So this is just a short video talking about composition, and it's for the data collage assignment. And we just go over 4 compositions in class. First one is rule of thirds, which means you have your picture plane and you're dividing it into 3 sections. So I can divide it into 3 sections this way. I can divide it into 3 sections that way. Usually where the crosshairs of these thirds are, like here, 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 or here, is a really good place to put an emphasis or some sort of focal point. And you can also think of rule of thirds, like if I have, an object like a tree sitting here at this 1/3 mark, would also work as rule of thirds. So this one's rule of thirds. The next one we talked about was pyramid composition. So pyramid is where all of your objects kind of form into a shape of a pyramid. So essentially it does this, where we got things going on here, and then you have things going on the other way. And of course, this pyramid could be inverted, going upside down for whatever reason. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a triangle. It's that those objects form in the shape of a pyramid. The next one we talked about was L shape. That basically means all of your objects are forming an L. Like here's all the things. And of course, this L can be backwards, it can be upside down, but you got your objects you're looking at hugging 2 sides of the picture plane. And the third last one is symmetrical. So that essentially means if I divide my picture plane in half this way, or if I divide my picture plane in half that way, or diagonally, it doesn't matter, that if I have something over here, it needs to be copied with something over there. And we also discussed symmetrical, that it doesn't necessarily have to be identical, like we looked at, for example, Da Vinci's Last Supper, where you have 6 people on this side, 6 people on that side. And they're not all identical. They're not all wearing identical clothing, but they're the same space of shape and color. And that can get balanced out to be symmetrical. So your exercise that has to do with this, in your book, there should be a composition exercise page. And what I want you to do is go through these 14 images and tell me what you think it is. Is this rule of thirds, L shape, symmetrical, or, I lost the last one, pyramid? So for example, this one right over here, just because I see a triangle doesn't mean it's a pyramid composition. Or just because it's a reflection in the water doesn't mean it's symmetrical. This boat, here's our focal point, is sitting 1/3 of the way. Always ask yourself, what is your focal point? Like here's the puppy, and where is that focal point? Is it smack dab in the middle? In this case, this puppy's 1/3 of the way. Some of these can be more than one. Like this one right down here, a lot of students argue that it's rule of thirds because the focal point is the tree. But some students say, hey, this is an L-shaped composition, so they can be more than one. Just like this one over here. Our focal point is the center of the flower. That's sitting roughly 1/3 of the way, but it's also a symmetrical piece of artwork if I divide it in half this way. So just go through them, circle what you think it is, and that is it.